For 100 years, scientists thought this creature was three completely different animals. One looked like a shrimp, one looked like a jellyfish, one looked like a sea cucumber. They were wrong, very wrong. Today, I'm taking you inside the mystery of the ancient sea monster that baffled science for a century, the creature that rewrote evolution, and the discovery in 2011 that changed everything we thought we knew about life on Earth. This is Anomalocaris, the ocean's first super predator, 3 feet long, eyes with 16,000 lenses, claws that snapped shut so fast nothing could escape, and a mouth designed for one thing only: crushing anything unfortunate enough to get near it. The story begins in 1886, in the Canadian Rockies, when a fossil collector stumbled upon something strange, a fossil that didn't make sense. He sent it to experts, and for decades, scientists everywhere agreed it belonged to a shrimp-like creature. Then more pieces were discovered. One looked like the top of a jellyfish. Another resembled the body of a sea cucumber. No one had any idea that these pieces actually belonged to one single animal. For nearly a century, paleontologists misclassified the ocean's first apex predator as 3 separate species. It wasn't until 1985 that the truth finally emerged. Researchers pieced the fossils together like a puzzle and realized they had reconstructed a monster unlike anything on Earth today. But here's where things start getting disturbing. Very disturbing. Start with the eyes. 16,000 lenses in each one. That's more than a dragonfly, which already has some of the most advanced vision in the modern world. Imagine the ability to track movement in almost every direction at once, in an era when most creatures were nearly blind. Now the claws, long, segmented, and lined with backward-facing spines. Once Anomalocaris grabbed something, there was no escape. Those claws slammed shut with terrifying precision. And then came the mouth, a circular ring of overlapping plates that opened like a camera shutter. It could twist, it could flex, it could crush. Trilobites, once thought nearly indestructible, were no match. Scientists used to find trilobite fossils with deep bite marks and circular cracks, but no predator that matched the pattern. Not until Anomalocaris. For 30 million years, nothing in the Cambrian Ocean could challenge it. It ruled the seas without competition. And then scientists uncovered something that terrified Charles Darwin himself. Here's the problem. Anomalocaris appeared around 520 million years ago with no evolutionary ancestors. None. Before the Cambrian period, life was incredibly simple. No eyes, no claws, no complex movement, just sponges, worms, and basic multicellular organisms. Then suddenly, almost overnight in geological terms, the oceans exploded with fully formed predators. Creatures with advanced vision, articulated limbs, and sophisticated nervous systems. Darwin labeled it the Cambrian explosion, and it terrified him because it defied the slow, gradual evolution he proposed. How could a creature as advanced as Anomalocaris appear out of nowhere, without millions of years of development behind it? Its body plan was so complex, so perfectly engineered for predation, that even today scientists struggle to explain how it emerged. For 100 years, Anomalocaris stood at the center of evolution's biggest mystery. How do you get from simple worms to this? The answer didn't come until 2011, when a paleontologist in China found something impossible. A perfectly preserved relative of Anomalocaris was uncovered in the Chengjiang fossil beds. Inside it was something no one expected, a fossilized brain. That alone is almost miraculous. Soft tissue usually decays within hours of death, leaving no trace. But this specimen was 520 million years old, and still preserved enough for scientists to map its neural pathways. What they found changed everything. The brain layout was identical to modern arthropods, the same neural architecture found in insects, in lobsters, in spiders. It proved definitively that Anomalocaris wasn't an evolutionary dead end. It was the template for everything that came after. Every insect buzzing around today, every crustacean crawling across the ocean floor, every arachnid stalking its prey, all of them trace their lineage back to this ancient predator. The creature that baffled science for a century turned out to be the ancestor of millions of species alive right now. The mystery was solved, but the solution was far more unsettling than anyone expected. If you love prehistoric mysteries that science still can't fully explain, make sure you subscribe, because what comes next is the strangest part of all. What if Anomalocaris never truly went extinct? 95% of the ocean has never been explored by humans. Every year we discover species that shouldn't exist. Creatures we thought vanished millions of years ago suddenly reappear alive. The coelacanth, for example, was believed to have gone extinct with the dinosaurs 66 million years ago. Then in 1938, a fisherman pulled one up from the deep. The frilled shark, a living fossil unchanged for 80 million years, still swims in pitch-black waters. The megamouth shark wasn't discovered until 1976, and giant squids were considered legends until scientists finally filmed one in the 2000s. So ask yourself, Anomalocaris survived for 30 million years. Its eyes were optimized for low-light vision. Its claws were built to withstand intense pressure. If any creature was capable of retreating into deeper, darker waters, it was this one. What if its descendants adapted? What if they evolved? What if something like Anomalocaris still lurks in the abyss, thousands of meters below, where no sunlight reaches and no human has ever been? Strange sonar contacts, unidentified shapes caught by deep-sea cameras, glowing eyes appearing in the distance for just a second. The deep ocean is Earth's last frontier, and it's full of evolutionary holdovers from a world long vanished. So the next time you hear about mysterious deep-sea creatures with too many limbs, or something enormous moving through the darkness, remember Anomalocaris, the predator that once ruled the oceans for millions of years, and may still be out there. But there's one final secret about Anomalocaris that scientists rarely talk about. The closest living relative of Anomalocaris isn't some obscure fossil or ancient worm. It's the mantis shrimp, a small, unassuming crustacean with one of the most advanced visual systems on Earth. Humans have 3 color receptors. The mantis shrimp has 16. It can see ultraviolet, polarized light, and colors we can't even imagine. And its strike? It moves so fast it boils the water around it and creates light through cavitation, a punch faster than a bullet, delivered by a creature only a few inches long. When you compare the mantis shrimp's hunting appendages to the claws of Anomalocaris, the resemblance is unmistakable. It didn't disappear. It changed. It refined its design. Anomalocaris didn't go extinct. It evolved. Next, I'm covering hallucigenia, the prehistoric creature scientists reconstructed upside down for 50 years. When they finally figured out which side was the head, it turned out to be even more nightmarish than they expected. Click the next video to uncover the creature paleontologists couldn't understand for half a century, or watch the full playlist of prehistoric mysteries that rewrote evolution.